real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, and it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and we are live, and this is the Patreon only, well, at least for now, Patreon only live stream for May, and I'm getting ready to start. I have to send this link real quick to the client who I'm painting this miniature for, which is really cool because, oh, where did I put him? There he is. Yes, and so I'm inviting him to the stream as well because I thought maybe he might want to see me painting the Flower Witch from Kingdom Death. There we go. All right, I just sent that to him and we're ready to rock. And we've got Dawn is with us. Yay, DGM. Thank you so much for joining me. I love not being alone in my own chat. How are you? It has been a while. I have to admit that I have had a really rough month trying to paint because I got really blocked and finally getting through it. But thankfully we have cool Flower Witch to paint. Look at how little she is. I want to show you. This Flower Witch is not the plastic version. This is the original resin, and she's quite a bit smaller than the plastic. I want to say the plastic is like yay big. Here is the Kingdom Death And look at the other flower, which is probably more in scale with him. But she's like, she's like totally tiny next to him. By the way, that's something I'm working on. How have you been, Dawn? Did you put some stuff in the whip trip? We're going to do a whip trip gallery, which hopefully I will not forget to do before we finish this. All right, let's see. I'm going to put some paints on my palette. I got some new palette paper. Redgrass Games sent me some brand new paper membrane. It's their like 2.0 membrane. I don't know if you can read this or not. Hold on, I'm going to take this out. It's been rough here, but it's been a great day, so all's good. Oh, good. Yeah. So you can see, can you see it? You can't even see it. It's too bright. It says hydration membrane. Yeah, you can't see it. Poo. Anyway, it's more like palette paper than it is like the membrane that they used to do. So I haven't really, it's not been my favorite, but we're gonna, and apparently you can wash it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some paints on it. I'm gonna use some paints that I have in my collection that I don't use a lot, but that there were these tube paints. Hold on a second. I'm going to grab things here from the case of paints that I have. I've been wanting to use these because they're, I don't know, I think it's the summertime. My studio has changed humidity and the silly size that you usually get. And things have been drying out so much faster. Will it fit your old type palette? So they sent me, so they just launched a Kickstarter to kickstart these the new palettes and they've got new palettes and new membranes. I'm guessing that it will. I did complain to them and I told them it's just a little bit, just a smidge bigger. It's not big enough that I'm gonna fuss over it. It's just a tiny, and you can, you know, just a tiny bit bigger. So I guess I am a little bit fussy about it. That's okay. Here we go. I'm just putting a little bit of paint on my palette. These are nice artist acrylics. And what's great about artist acrylics is that they have a longer dry time. And that's what I'm needing for a really smooth skin tone. Because my dry ass basement is really dry. And so I'm looking to hopefully, here, I need these 3 colors. I need this color. Okay. So the other thing about this flower witch is that the client wanted me to paint her with, let me show you. Where'd my phone go? Of course I lost my phone. The client wanted me to paint her kind of to look like a macaw. Well, the feathers on her to look like bird feathers. So I guess they're feathers. They could be leaves. You could go either way. So let me see. Ah, dang it. I don't know where my phone went. Here it is. So I'm going to show you guys this one. La la la. To go to Messenger. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this, I found this and this. So that's what her dress is going to look like, kind of really brilliantly colored. I've never done that, so I think that's going to be pretty fun. Because usually I do leaves and her hair is green and stuff like that. We're not doing that this time. Okay, I'm going to put my primaries on here. Primary yellow. Just a smidge of it. I need to get more white. The white is the one that gets so chalky on me. Primary magenta. I guess it doesn't say primary, but it's magenta. Magenta is a primary, basically. Rumble, hello. Hey, how's it been going? Primary blue, which is basically cyan is a true primary. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a warmer yellow as well. This is all to just tint my skin tones with. I'm actually not needing very much of those three. That one's intense yellow. I like an intense yellow. But it's a warm yellow. Whoa, what's going on with my colors? We'll have to see. Alrighty, and I've got a monument brush. Ooh, wow. That is how dirty my water is. If your water is so dirty that you can see it on your palette when you dip it, then you need to change it. So I'm going to do that. Hi there, Shoshie. All's well. Catching up on BBC Spring Watch Series TV. Ah, very cool. That's cool. Da, da, da. We've been watching Bridgerton and Handmaid's Tale. I haven't watched a lot of TV recently. I've been outside a lot. Look at this. I got to show you this. Can you see how dark my hands are now? Like, here's my upper arm. It's a lot. My hands are darker than my upper arm. Because I've been outside a lot. Alright, so I've airbrushed a base coat of like a peach paint. I don't even remember what color. It was probably yeah, it looks like it was this rosy flesh. But it's, I'm going to take my glasses off and do a little bit of highlighting. I'm going to start with that rosy and a little bit of this. I don't know what color this is. I should probably name my colors, but it's a more orangey color. Let's see. Let me know if you need me. That looks perfect. Beautiful. Let me know if you need me to adjust anything, either the exposure or anything, because I haven't streamed in a while, so all the things could be kind of goofed up. All right, I'm just bringing this first layer down and highlighting with this glaze that I've made. And then smoothing it out so that there won't be any lines. Now her belly, I don't know if you can see, but her belly is really gray. So I'm going to go back to this peachy color again. And yeah, that really needs work. So I'm just going to use a little water to smooth out my brush strokes. See if I can't lighten this a little bit. It's okay that it's a little bit dark. Try not to paint that belly button too much. Okay, that's better. So you probably have noticed I haven't painted much, I haven't posted much, haven't Discorded much. It's been really rough. But hopefully I can get back in. Okay, got back into this yellowy peachy color. And now I'm going to give a little highlight on the lower part of this little fat pad on her belly. Yes, the colors are pretty. There, and just kind of going with the skin. I'm going to go back up to here with that same yellowy color, that yellowy peachy. We're just highlighting up and smoothing out and praying that my dry basement isn't going to leave any tide lines like it did this past whole month. Paint is a little bit thick. Okay, back to my... So how is the weather right now in the UK, guys? It was really rainy yesterday and cold. It actually was cold. Kind of odd for May. You know what? This brush is not. It says synthetic. That's why. Okay, it's a synthetic Kolinsky, which means I'm always going to be a little too hard on it, and that it's going to end up curling on me, which is what exactly has happened. There we go. We're getting highlighted up. I think I need to adjust my saturation real quick because I think it's a little dark. You can see pretty well though. Rubbish! Hello! We need to hang out on Discord more, Rubbish. I miss you, and I miss Rumble and Dawn. And so let me see. I need to set up some Discord hangouts again. Now that I'm back in the mood to paint. Okay, real quick here. Let me adjust my cam, my overhead cam properties. I wonder if, there we go. See if I can change the brightness just a skosh. Brightness. There we go. There we go. That is better. You can see a lot better now. Hopefully now that won't be too dark. Let me know if it is. Yeah. I'm going to switch brushes because I really want to be successful. And here's a Monument Igniter. This one is Kolinsky. The igniters are Kolinsky, so I'll use that. I just ordered some new brushes that are probably in my mailbox that I have to go get. All right, again with the peach, I'm just going to mix it with that because you can layer up a lot faster if you mix it with a little bit of the color, the base color. So if you take your base color and you're highlighting, mix it with a little bit of the base color and then highlight, you're going to get a slower transition, and it's also going to look a lot more natural. Yes, yes. Boy, this paint is nice. I want to show you guys some stuff I've been working on. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a second and show you. I've got a bunch of finished projects. Hold on. I need to take photographs of all of these, and you'll be the first. So you'll be the first ones to see them. So this is the first one that is finished. Oh my gosh, now my lightness. There we go. Song of the Forest is, I believe, what this is called. And notice that I've got a little European robin on the end. I don't even know, do European robins sing, or do they just go around and bully other birds? Look at this little guy. He's so cool. Bye, Shoshie. I'll probably keep that unless I can find a buyer for it. What I'm worried about is selling it and then somebody just stripping it. I mean, I guess they would be able to, but I want to find an actual collector for it. Here's the commission for the same guy that I'm currently. Can you guys see her eyes at all? She's really cool. This is the Kingdom Death Knight. This is the same client who I'm working on this Flower Witch. And then these two are for me, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can sell them. This is the Lantern Knight, and he's coming along really well. Yeah, I'm really happy with him. And then this one is a commission. Sorry, these weren't both for me. This one is a commission. It's the, I just posted a photo. Ooh, don't drop. Photo of him on Instagram and Facebook and everything. They sing in celebration after kicking the opposition. Yeah, exactly. This one is the Dung Beetle Knight male pinup. And then this one is a white speaker that I did for a client who gave me a bunch of models. Then this was my thank you to them. Thank you. I really appreciate that. This is a promo model that I did for Spellcrow, and he came out really nice. And I'll probably be sending that to Spellcrow as a thank you as well. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models that I've finished with just in the last few days. 5, 6 models actually. Not all of them. Part of the thing about getting out of a motivational block is you absolutely have to do something fun. And the problem was for me also was that I had all these important commissions to do, but I was blocked. So I had to stop and work on something fun first. Thank you, Rumble. Yeah. Oh yeah, that blue is really pretty. All right, glasses are off again. I'm going to start highlighting again. Let's use a little bit of this lighter color here. Start blending up. And we're starting to look at this as a small sphere. So our highlights are getting smaller and smaller to make the volumes really come up. Get her collarbones. Very pretty. Thank you. Yeah, it's a big relief, I have to say. All right, I'm going back over this with a little bit of that warmer color. Oop, that's too warm. I need to knock it back down with the peach a little bit. Nobody told me how the weather's doing in the UK. Is it good? Are you guys starting to have warm weather? Is it still cool? All right, I'm going in with the side of this cheek here. That looks good. Let's go a little bit warmer as we get closer to the chin. This is our metal song. I remember this. So have you seen any good birds recently, Rumble? Ooh, I need the peachy color again. Here we go. All right, back to collarbones. We need nice little highlighted collarbones. All right, and the shoulders. I'm just working my way around the model and kind of trying to like imagine the volumes about where the light is hitting. I've got my light source kind of like in front of her a little bit, but a little bit to the side. So like 2 o'clock, but sort of in front. And then I gotta imagine if I'm light, where is it gonna hit? It's probably actually going to hit this little abdominal and then this one as well. And then be stronger on the belly and on this hip because this is the side where the light is coming from. Okay, and then I gotta go in and blend all that in so it's not so harsh. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So let's go and then we're gonna hit this hip as well because this is also another highlight. So cute. And you can see it's starting to look really nice. At this point, I'm just working my brush strokes and trying to fix them a little bit. Haven't found double fruity's seeing so many jays recently. That's cool. We found another nature preserve nearby, so just waiting to get a chance to go over there. That's awesome. So you guys they're letting you guys out. We're pretty much almost, we're not back to normal quite yet. We may never be completely back to normal, but the mask regulations have been really lifted here, and also, people are just mostly vaccinated in this town. I would say like 50% or something. It's a high number in this town. So that makes it also less worrisome, which is nice. There we go. All right. I'm really happy with how those highlights are looking. This is the best blending I've done all week, I'll have to say. I think, no offense to Procryl, and maybe I need to shake my paints a little bit more, but I was just really struggling with my Procryl paints, and it was making me feel like I was already in a slump, so maybe I was just extra impatient because of that. And then everything I was trying to do was just not blending good. It was so frustrating. And of course, then your inner critic goes crazy, and you're like, your brain isn't nice to you. All right, I'm putting this highlight in. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to go back over it with my glaze of this pinkish flesh color. I need to blow on it so that it dries, though. This side's dry, so I can do this side. There we go. There we go. I don't want to go back into it while it's still wet, and the reason why is that it could mess up the surface of the paint. That's when you get that kind of scrubbed up look. I'm pretty much free now. You went on a multi-pub trip into the New Forest yesterday with some frontline workers as much needed catch up. Ah, that's really awesome. That is really good. I'm taking my more yellowy peach. I'm mixing it with the darker peach for her legs. And again, I'm imagining this leg is like a cylinder, right? And cylinder reflections and highlights are pretty straight, but her knee narrows, so the highlight must narrow as well. And we'll do the same thing again. We're keeping the highlight close to where our light source is going to hit it. One of the things I've told people is you can get a flashlight or a torch, as you guys say, or your phone, and you can shine the light in the direction that your light source is to get an idea of where to lay your paint. And it makes such a nice difference. Okay, I'm going to need to sneeze. Maybe not. It's one of those sneezes that comes and goes. Phew. Sorry. My goodness. Okay, back to the yellowy color because I like that. Really, I'm just going to do the top of her thigh there and the top of this one, a little top of the knee. Oh man, it's when you have a nice base coat, it is amazing how quickly this can go. Okay, I need to go in here with the highlight again on the calf muscle. Need to make sure my color isn't too light. If it's too light, it will absolutely look chalky. we go. See, now that I can turn it upside down and I can see her calf is already lighter than the rest of her leg, so I can lighten up the rest of her leg a little bit. Just to make it even. There we go. You know what? I do have a smidge drying retarder. The trouble with the drying retarder is it will reactivate a little bit, so I don't want to use it too much. But if I need to, I can whip that out. All right, that looks really good. Let's go to the back. That looks pretty good. I need to do one more highlight on her ankles and her calf up here. Just so they stand out from the rest of the foot. And I just noticed her toes are not painted. Let's get those. Oh, those toes are totally different color than the rest of her foot, aren't they? That's okay. We'll match it up with the rest. There we go, just like this. Oh, see how dirty? Her leg looks really unpainted, so I'm gonna go in here with this and layer some pinkish peach. Who needs paint names when you can mix your own? As long as you know what you're looking for. Oh my gosh, here's some metal. Rah! Okay. Just going back and smoothing again. Smoothing. It looks like I rushed the back just a little bit. Just using the pink color for now. And I'll look at there we go. I'm going to look at chat in just a second. Okay. Look at the difference in the lighter legs and the darker back. And then look at the difference between the front, how poppy it is now. It's nice because the Flower Witch video really put me on the map for YouTube. And then this is similar, but it's smaller. Your spelling is rubbish tonight. Rubbish says A. I love it. Love that your painting is smaller, Minnie, more the size that I get, so I can relate to it in comparison to mine. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Let me tell you though, I've been so used to painting the bigger models that I was really getting frustrated. So this one is like what my eyeballs are just, I need to make him a lot lighter, don't I? Poop. But yeah, my eyes, that's the other reason why I've been really frustrated. I had an appointment with my eye doctor and I accidentally missed it, so I have to go reschedule. That's annoying. This paint is glazing beautifully. Beautifully. Okay, bringing that up. And a little bit under this knee. I'm going to grab a little bit of my blue and mix it with some of this pink to create a shade color for, ooh, that's too much blue. To create a shade color, the pink needs to be dominant. It just needs to be a shaded, almost like a, there we go, like a little purpley gray. I'm just going to go back over where it was unpainted and where it was already gray. Looks really nice. And again, for the shading, I'm just gonna put some of that blue a little bit into the recesses and the slightly shadowed parts of her skin. Just a little bit. That's so much better. All of these dark spots can get painted then. It's gonna look like a little Barbie when I finish, I think. Right up in here, because all of that is shadowed. And I just blotted. I'm going to rinse my brush and smooth everything out, and then go back in here with this pink and feather it into the other color. When I say feather, it looks like this. That's where it feathers, where it's just little tiny brush strokes. And it's kind of a sweeping motion almost. All right, behind the knee pit, it gets a nice little shadow as well. Now we're going back to the warmer color that has a little bit of yellow in it to create some of these highlights. But yeah, my vision is seriously crap right now. Oh, it looks good already. Very, very nice. Very nice. You know what's funny is that if I heard a British person switch accents, unless it was really obvious, like a Brummie versus like a Londonese, I wouldn't really notice that you guys would switch accents. That's the funny thing. Unless it, like I said, unless it was really obvious. I just switched accents to like a southern twang when it's very nice. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I really like her ankles. Oh my gosh. Yep, this paint is making me happy. As opposed to paints that don't make me happy because they don't self-level and then they get chalky. This paint does. You can glaze it forever and ever. Let's go back and glaze that little bit of blue. It got a little too blue on me, so I'm going to glaze it back with the pink, and you can see just a little bit of that blue kind of shining up through it, but not too much. All right. My bangs are just long enough to be in my eyes. Let's see. Not sure if the spelling or the photos I took are more rubbish. Rubbish. Don't, you just showed me where I went wrong. Oh, okay. What did I just show you? Ro. Hi, Ro. How are you? Good to see you. How is everything where you are at? As far as weather and peace of mind. Hopefully you have peace of mind right now. The skin tone is turning out to be amazing. I'm very happy. Just going to take a little bit again, my blue around the ankles, just because there's a little bit of cold color here. There we go. I'm just going to mix some of that pink up in there. All right, again with the yellowy color. Thankfully, because this skin tone color already has some yellow in it, I've not yet needed to add yellow or anything. Okay, water. Happy painting, vibes, best vibes, yes. Ah, shadows and applying them, yeah. So yeah, just if you're applying a shadow and you want to lighten it up, just glaze that next color back over. See, just like this. Her legs are looking a little bit pale back there, so I'm going to need to warm it up with this warmer color. Just a smidge. Now it's looking a little translucent, but that's okay. We'll go up a little bit higher in value to get our contrast. I don't want to be too much, or else it's going to start looking... I like a natural look. I'm just going to be straight up. There's a lot of people out there that paint very high contrast, and it's just, I don't care for it. All right. Again, with my little bit of blue, I'm going to go down in here, in the collarbone, under the arms a little bit. And again, there's something about Caucasian skin that really loves that blue. It looks natural. It's because we have our veins and our translucent skin. There we go. All right. Now, to give it a little bit more life, we're going to go in with a little bit of magenta. Magenta right here on the end of my brush. Mix it with that pink because we don't want it full strength. Full strength magenta is very strong. And I'm gonna very thinly glaze. Okay, so here's where magenta is gonna be. It's gonna be where bone is a little bit close to the edge. So on your knees, on your elbows, a little bit of rosiness on the elbows. We'll put some on the collarbone because the collarbone is also close. And I'm going to go in here with the lips. Probably going to change that lip color actually, because I'll just put a little bit by that ear. And you can't really see her cheekbones, but I would absolutely put some on the cheekbones if you could see it better. Okay, she's feeling a lot more alive with that rosiness on her. See, on the back, we'll go on the heel. There's going to absolutely be on ankle. On the toes, tippy toes. And she doesn't have a nose, but I would put some on the end of the nose if she had a nose. Rose says, thanks. Overall situation is calming down. We have nice weather, so nice to see you stream. Motivates me to pick the brush up again. Yay. Thank you, Ro. Yeah, this is part of it's the paints, I think, is because they're just leveling so nice. They're just working for me. And they're glazing like a dream. I've been using my Pro Acryls, and for whatever reason, my Pro Acryls I've been fighting them a lot. So when you are fighting your paints, switch it up. Go back to using an old paint. See what happens. So you know what's nice? Citadel paints are actually really blendy and really good. I'm going to do a little bit thicker amount over here. There we go. Okay, I think we just have to finish her back. You can see how dark it is right now. I've got a layer of that peach, and then I have a layer of what's it called? Reikland Flesh Shade. Reikland Flesh Shade. So we're going to go with the pink, and we're going to start with this pink color and layer it on the lightest parts. And if that looks good, we can bring it down to as far as we want. I just noticed this part, a whole part of her leg down here doesn't even have paint on it. So I'm going to just go ahead and add a layer. That's the downside, is I kind of put this on. I'm going to add a little blue. to color that a little bit. I figure if you don't see it, why paint it? So sometimes I'll just assemble things and I won't sub-assemble them because it's extra work to paint things that you're not going to see. Plus you want your shadows to be right, correct? All right, back down here with my blue. And it just gets a nice little gray purple cast. There we go. And then with that gray purple, I'm just going to go in on places where there was going to be obvious shadow. All this up here with a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue. And then adding more pink as we pull out here. Adding more yellow. There we go. Remember, this side of her is where we've got a lot of sunlight. So I can actually pull that highlight around over that shadow. That glaze is nice. Need a little bit more pink. There, that looks nice. Okay, there's a very big part of me that wants to stop, but I can't stop yet. I'm almost done with the skin. As soon as I finish the skin, though, that's, you know, that's the other thing about streaming, is it really forces me to paint differently because I'm painting, you know, for the camera, and I want to make sure not to forget stuff. And I know that if I'm painting everything in order, I'm going to get it done. Whereas when I'm painting for myself, I kind of go all over the place. Do you guys do that? And then I end up overpainting the miniature sometimes. Okay, now I've got that little bit of yellow on my brush. And I'm trying to pick out these brighter highlights, especially on this side. Remember, this side is where the sun is. Now we've already got blue on there, so we've got to be careful because it can get a little bit muddy. Yellow and blue make green, but that's okay. So there we go. Take my highlight a little bit stronger on this side, on this hip. Yeah. It's a little too strong right now, but I can knock it back down once I get my pink on my brush. 2 steps forward and 1 step back. There we go. Super cute. Very much like a shotgun painter. You have no discipline. Yes, I get that. I get that. I'm like that as well sometimes. And then I think that's the other thing that was frustrating me, is that I was painting and just kind of painting along and not getting as much done as in as quick a time. And so I was feeling frustrated with myself. I'm just glad that we have the stream to kind of help me recognize that a little bit. I'm going to just take a tiny bit of this drying retarder to help me with my blend. Just a smidge. The drying retarder also gives it a slightly satin finish too. All right, that's good. It's feeling a little bruised over here, so I need to add a little bit more pink back. And a little magenta maybe even. Yep. There we go. That's pretty. All right. This is a good place to kind of stop, because you sometimes get to a place with skin where you have to stop and do the clothing and everything. Otherwise, you get kind of out of focus with it. You have a bunch of half-painted items. I know, don't you like paint the things that are fun, right? All right. Ow, I gotta go back to my thing here. My, hold on, my example. This is the kind of clothing he wants her to have. We want it to kind of look like this macaw-inspired dress and clothing. So let's start. Let's start with blue. Let me get some of my colors out. Blue, blue, blue. Ooh. I'm just gonna grab colors that I see. Blue and blue. Ooh, that's a gorgeous blue. Okay. This is cobalt. This should be really bright. Ooh. Okay. Let me look at my image again. So we go, oh, there is some purple. So let me grab purple. Okay, we've got purple, blue, and then lighter blue, and then we go into green. Is it turquoise blue? That's fine. Then we go into green. We'll do the sap green. And then it goes into yellow, which I have on my palette already. And then, well, it won't work with orange because we already have red, and we don't have red. We need a red. Here, this one. Crimson. We'll kind of just use the yellow and the red to make our orange. And then we have our, here's our yellow. Okay? We're going to make her dress. Just need a drop of each color here. Boop. And I'm going to get a slightly bigger brush. Oh, this isn't purple, is it? It's ultramarine. Let me add a little red to it and make it a purple. Let's see what happens. Since we're using it. Boop. Yeah, that's nice. Red is very dominant. Okay, it's purple now. I will PM you with the paint brand. I don't usually support this brand anymore, but I still have it in my arsenal. I don't personally buy from this brand anymore. Yeah, you got it. I'm going to go just a little bit bigger and hope that my blue will overlap it a little bit. Let's go into the blue a little bit now. Ooh, that's really pretty with that purple and that blue. Just wet blending it together. Here's some blue. Wet blending is very satisfying because it's very fast. Okay, a little bit of water. This is nice, intense blue too. Okay, now we got to get into our lighter blue. Got a cobalt blue. Yes. And again, I'm gonna go a little bit bigger. Go to this side too. Ooh, that is very dark. It's a little bit different working with this kind of here we go. This particular I like that because it's a resin model. It behaves a lot differently. Ooh. There's the purple. And I'm going to even go back from the purple into the red again too, so I can kind of transition it. See, this will be my red over here. Gotta be so careful, don't touch your skin. Okay, I need to be faster because this is a turquoise color. Ooh, that's very light, but I think it'll transition that green pretty nice. Yeah, that does look good. And then I can go back with the blue. We'll blend it in. Flip this around. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. I don't want that much paint. Let's see if I can spread that. Into my shadows a little bit. There. And some purple on the end again. A little tiny bit of red. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to work. So my idea is not to have each feather be, you know, a layer, but to have the dress layer gradually into lighter and lighter. See, now we're transitioning into the green. I hope this green works. Yeah, I think it should. It's a little bit dark. I might have to pop down a bit. Yeah, that, oh no, that's gonna work. I think you would find it hard to paint with that so used to the very thin Instar paint. Yeah, it is totally a different, but that's the thing I needed to get out of my bubble, right? Because my, whatever I was doing wasn't working. You can thin out any paints. And I don't know if you can see, but this is water. I mean, it's pretty thin. It's just very intense. Now, gonna fade into the yellow, the bright yellow that I've got. Now the tricky part here is as soon as you touch that green and you kind of contaminate that yellow, it gets lighter. You've got to wipe your paint, get fresh yellow, and start at the top. There we go. I'm going to get some more yellow here. All right, now only yellow up here. Still really green. This is where I need it to be enough yellow that I start transitioning into that orange. Let's add a little bit of my red and make an orange. There we go. Perfect. Kind of blend into that yellow a little bit, and then that red at the very top. And I don't need to worry about mixing, having yellow. Yellow really can't contaminate red real well. There we go. That's so cool. Because red is very dominant. Oh, I'm really happy. That looks great. I'm gonna go back in here with some of my blue. Transition so it's a little smoother. Oh yeah, she's gonna be so pretty. This is gonna be the hardest part, is these inner bits here. Ah! Okay, I just dropped her in the paint a little bit, but thankfully it's on a spot that didn't matter. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna take this bracelet off too, because that's what got me in trouble. A little too dangly. Okay. I think I'll start. I'm going to flip it and just look and see. It looks like it's still in the blues on the back here. I'm going to start with the lightest blue and go in. And then a little bit my green at the very back here. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my next blue. It seems like it's a little easier to go down in color than up. Now yeah, there we go. My cobalt. And now I kind of go back up and feather so that it's a smooth blend. Lovely, lovely. I'm going to go a little bit more red because this is kind of dull. Okay. Kind of keeping that brilliant blue. Cobalt. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing because I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to come in here on the inside of these feathers because it's really hard to reach. You hate my skill because you ain't got it. Hey, that's funny. Don't hate it. It's lots of practice and daily painting. That's the thing. I found out the hard way that just getting out of practice even a few weeks can make a big difference in how you paint. Do you paint daily, Dawn? That's the real trick. Try upping your just a 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Okay, I'm going in there with the green. Here's my little bit of turquoise. I really like that. Turquoise now blue. My eyes are also just trash right now. That looks really good. Okay. This over here doesn't look as cool to me, so I'm going to go ahead and add some of this cobalt and a little bit of this teal just for contrast. There we go. Like I said, I want it to look like macaw wings. Okay, so that's definitely teal up here. And on the back of her outfit, we've got green. We need to start in with this orange. No. It's the lighter green. There we go. Almost jumped colors. That would have been bad. Okay, now we get the yellow. I think I lost. Sometimes yellow is really hard to keep your vibrancy because, like I said, it gets contaminated. I'm just kind of feathering it over the highlights of the green. Not a dry brush, but almost like an overbrush kind of way. Okay. Now I have to figure out what are the straps for her outfit going to be. Are they going to be... It doesn't really show me. I'm going to make her bustier. We'll mix some of that orange again. So I can always make it more red. Add some more red on the edges. And then feather that together. See, I'm not liking the orange, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to go straight red. That's really cute. Red is a dominant color, so it's going to draw your eye straight to her breasts. That's okay. We'll see if we can't orange on the side here. That's good. Oh, got some on her elbow. Hold on. Let's see if I can smooth it. All right, I need to take a second. Yeah, you have a mag lens. I'll show you what I bought just recently that's been helping me. Speaking of which, I have to do this piece of her dress as well. I bought this. It's not very useful. Can you guys see? It's like, see what I mean? Here, switch. This is what I got, and you put it over your head and you use it like this. It's for sewing, and it has a light on it. But my problem is I have to take off my glasses, and this is already so far from my face that it doesn't magnify enough for me to see what I'm doing that far away from my face. So it's like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So I need something different. I need like a big magnifier or something. Arab color scheme? Oh, yeah. So macaw. This is our wait, oh, switch. This is what we're trying to go for. This macaw bird color scheme. And it is turning out very cool. I was just about to ask you how do you say rainbow in German, but then I remember I think it's Regenbogen. It's like rain elbow, right, Mike? Regenbogen is rainbow. Regenbogen is elbow, or no? It's bogen means elbow, but rain elbow is what it translates. Right, Regenbogen. That's such a cool name. You have the hood like the one you use. Oh yeah, okay. You used to use. Gotcha. Take a different brush here. And I'm gonna maybe, do I have a good purple? No, I'm not gonna mix my purple. I'm gonna just keep my purple a mixed color. There we go. Painting Conan bust for Father's Day gift. Ah, Benjamin, hi. Using your tip of olive drab. That's awesome. Conan, that's so cool. Did you put the Conan bust in the Whip Trip gallery so I can see it? We're going to do that in a little bit, actually. Probably the last 15 minutes that I'm here. We'll do whip trip. Add a little bit more red. There we go. It's nice to have so many of you here. I'm gonna hopefully get better at announcing my live streams. I actually have some live streams planned for the near future also. They're kind of commission live streams, so we'll see how they go. Exactly, Regenbogen. It's actually a one-to-one translation. Well, oh, is bow? Why did I think, oh, elbow. Yes, right, okay. That's so funny. Elbow is just bow, right? Funny. All right, a little bit of this cobalt up here. So something's happening with my paint. I'm looking at it and it's, oh, you know what it is? It's this color underneath it is kind of shining through. So it's making a difference. There we go. No for the whip trip today. I'm going to the store for my colors and with my brother, so I'm not by it at the moment. Cool. It's cool that you've missed the streams. Yeah. You I have not missed the streams. I'm unfortunately really enjoying not streaming. But I do really enjoy interacting with you guys, and that I miss for sure. So maybe I'll just have to start getting a lot more involved in the Discord chats, because that's really fun for me. I like this kind of application. It feels very watercolor-esque. I'm going to jump straight to the turquoise with this. There we go. We can't be done with the songs already. Let me check my music. Oh, no, there it goes. Good. Okay, we're just creating our layers. Well, you do know it's good for you. Yeah, it has been a lot better.
Oh.
Mike is watching sports, just so you know, in case you hear him. Mike making weird noises over there. They can hear you. What are you watching? Soccer?
Yeah.
Which
Champions League final.
Is it World Cup?
No,
or is it
I think Premier League. Or not Premier League, but Champions League. It's basically
Champions League?
there's a tournament of all the best two teams in all the major leagues in Europe.
Oh.
And then basically
Which countries?
basically every major country. So like Germany, Italy, and Spain.
Okay.
And England, of course.
England, of course.
And then the best two teams of that tournament play in the final.
Okay, so he's watching
Champions League final.
European football. European UK football. Champions League, that's what he's watching. Okay, I need more green in here. And notice I'm going to go around the spine a little bit. There we go. So pretty.
Ooh.
Just the transitions. This, it's being a little bit translucent on me, but that's okay. You can always go back in with more color. Don't forget, we're gonna add a little more red on the ends, just a little bit. So that pop of red in the end, I like it. Yes, that feels like a macaw with that little pop of red. Very pretty. Oh yeah, she's gonna look like a flamenco dancer. All right, yellow. Very nice, very, very nice. Straight up yellow. And now we get into our orangey color. And the last bit is again back to our red. Okay, that's looking really good. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. So again, these artist colors have a nice long blending time. Oh, I found another feather back here. We'll make it yellow. So again, with the streaming, it's like sometimes I can't see what I'm doing, so I have to kind of go back in and fix a little bit. There we go. Very, very nice. I'm just going to look at it and see, because that's going to attach to her. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. She's going to be so pretty. Now her hair. Let me see something here. Let's look at the macaw. I wonder if we did some black and some white, maybe, with the, maybe if we make her hair black and, I'm not sure. Let's see. I am going to get some, am I going to get black? I'm not going to get black. I'm going to see if I can mix a black. Let's take this blue. And this green is dark also, and we're going to add some red. Did you guys know you can mix black with a bunch of primary colors? There we go. That's pretty black. It's actually probably like a really rich indigo, but it's, for all intents purposes, it's a black. So this is what I mixed. I mixed blue, green, and red to get my dark color, which is essentially the darkest colors on my palette. Black with a blaze white. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it's good. Let's go ahead and make this beak thing look black. I think this brush is not sharp enough. Let's try this one. Okay. Gonna make these tiny feathers black also. Yeah, that's gonna be cool looking. Now, for her eyes, because the parrot's eyes, I'm going to go ahead and put this inner black first. And I might leave that for now, because I kind of like that, how that looks as well. She's got hands in her hair. I completely forgot about the hands in her hair. I'm going to paint those right now with this peach. I bet you didn't notice that before. They kind of look like hair a little bit too. It's a lot more defined in the plastic model.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to base coat everything peach to start. And then I'll probably put some Raglan Flesh Shade on it. And a big part of me does want to do, I don't know, maybe some green in her hair. What do you think? Green, I think, would look good. Oh, peach. That's what I was working on. Because the hands all need to be peach. One, two, three in the front. There we go. Flip to the back, finding more hands.
Ouch. Ouch. Ooh, ouch.
Okay. There's lots of like little fingers hiding too. They're really funny. All right, that's all the hands in her hair. And now I need to put some kind of, let's do purple, a purple wash. Got some Druchii Violet, and we'll wash that over the hands to woo! Almost dropped that to shade. And what I'll do is I'll come back after and re-highlight the hands. To get back my lighter colors. Just gonna poke some Druchii into the crevices of her hair, because I'm gonna end up covering it with the green probably, and purple will make a nice shadow for the green. Purple is one of my favorite colors to shade with. There we go. Don't you have to balance other colors as a rule to coordinate the mini, or am I trying to make too many rules for myself? I kind of, no, you're right. It does help. That's why I'm wanting to kind of make her hair green, because look, in the back we've got a lot of nice green, and in the front we've got a lot of nice blue. And so I thought it would look good to balance out with some greens and yellows and things. That's kind of what I was going for anyway. Shading around her little mask.
Oh.
Mike, if you're gonna watch stuff down here, can you be a little bit more quiet?
I get to make a little bit of noise, like once every 10 minutes.
He says he gets to make a little bit of noise at once every 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna use that when he's at work. There we go. Okay, notice I'm not putting this on the whole hair because I don't want to get it completely purple. Oh, I just found another hand, or I just found the back of a hand that I didn't paint. There we go. So also, this is already kind of tinted all my hands purple. So I need to let everything dry. Let's see what happens when we start going in here with a little green. Yeah. I feel like my green needs to be brighter. Let me see what I have. See if I have a brighter green. Yes, I do. This is spring green. Yeah, that's more of a Kelly green, technically. Let's see if we can add some spring green on here too. Yep, I like it. Okay, that's very pretty. Oh, we didn't get that side. This is one of my favorite songs on this track. Go back with this dark green a little bit. Okay. Let's try the spring green in her hair, since that's so... Yeah, that's much better. I want to go yellow on the ends. Very, very pretty. Ooh, that's a very bright green. I mixed a little bit of yellow in it, and it didn't have that warmness to it, and it just went pop. I know it looks crazy now, but I'm going to work on it. See, that purple kind of goes and desaturates the green just enough. I'm going to add a little blue because I think it needs it down here. Go in with this blue. Yellow. The nice thing about going in with the yellow now is I can always come back with the green over the top of it and lighten it up, but it's a little bit harder to, yeah, that's pretty. I like that yellow. We're gonna stick with it being lighter. I'm a little bit regretting my purple a little bit because the purple and the yellow are not wanting to play together, of course, because they're complements, but I'm working on it. The more I'm getting her hair painted, the kind of more I'm getting a feel for what it's gonna look like eventually. Is it cool? Because this is the moment where I would normally have doubts. So you're saying it's cool is making me feel really nice. I think that is the other thing I do miss a little bit about streaming is just the confidence boost that everybody would be giving me as I was painting and sitting there getting in my own head. Definitely want more greens. The transitions are starting to work though. Let's just kind of eliminate the yellow and see what happens. I'm gonna go all green. Go a little darker down here. Yeah. That was a good choice to go without the green, or go without the yellow rather. Okay, I'm going to stop a minute before I go to the back because I want to paint this white eye mask and see what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's start with the brown and we'll go white as we go up. Ooh, there's a cream. That'll work. Reminds you of the punk era in the UK and you love the individualism in it. Yeah. Contrast to the dress. Yes. That's a very dark brown. Let's add, I don't have any white with me, do I? Let me see if I have a white in the Reaper colors. Yep, pure white. This is good. We're going to do our whip trip in like 2 minutes, so get ready. Oop. I need a pin to uncork this. There we go. Paper clip will work. Maybe, maybe not. Ooh. Well, we'll use it. We'll just see what happens. It made a kind of a taupey color, so I'll work with it. Let me show you. It's very faint. I'm gonna go with the darker version of it first. So I'm starting out with a kind of a beigey, neutral color. And we're gonna highlight that up to white in a minute. And it may not work. I may not look good at all. Very carefully. All right, I don't hate that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do this flower in her hair as white as well. Looks like I got a little green on it. There's a whole bunch of flowers, so let's see what happens. Okay, I might have to turn those pink. Pink and green are a nice contrast. We already have this. Let's see. Giving the peach a little bit of pop now. Okay. Gonna use a little bit more of my yellowy peach. Just hitting all of the major highlights. I gotta wait for some of that to dry. Okay, we're gonna go back to the white. This is where I want to almost not quite dry brush, but just overbrush the, she's got little feathers on her mask. Yeah, that looks good. And then as we get closer to the inner part, we can get a little bit more white. Starting to feel more mask like. Do some overbrush on these feathers again. That looks really cool. It looks like a white mask. I like it. I don't know what I think about the black now, though. I guess it works. It looks interesting. Let's do some highlighting on it. Let's see what happens when I just do this tiniest little edge highlight on the bottom of her mask. Yeah, that looks good. Just makes the black kind of pop a little bit. I do like that. Go back to my little black color and see if I can color in these eyes a little bit better. That's cool. Do you think I'm going to use some of this magenta and pop out this flower? Pink, bright magenta flower. Which there are several little flowers, so I'm going to get them all. Oh yeah, that pink and that green is really cool.
Oh.
That pops. Oh, I like it. It really needed that pink. Okay.
Whoa.
Getting them all now. Okay. That I'm happy with. Let's go and put a little dot of bright yellow on the center of that flower. The detailing on this is going to be really fun because now that we have the difficult part. I'm just going in here with that dark green now and just kind of shading it underneath this flower so it pops even more. Okay, that's a good spot to end, I think. It's a good start. Let's see how she's going to look with her skirt on here. Oh, I gotta get it just so. Yeah, that's gonna look really cute. What do you think? Ta-da! We're about maybe a third of the way done if I count all the painting and everything I want to do. Very, very pretty though. She's gonna be gorgeous. Been too scared to use bright colors? Try wet blending. You know, it's a little bit less scary when you can kind of whip. It's still thin, right? It's going back over my purple just a smidge. Pull out that red. Yeah. That's very cool. Ro, thank you. All right, let's do a quick whip trip. Ta-da! And I'm going to pull up, see what people have. So we've got gallery, we've got whip. People have stuff everywhere. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look and see who posted today. Anybody that posted today in whip, gallery, or CNC, I'm going to pop up into whip. Okay, we got this one. We got a couple new Patreon backers too, which is nice. Wow, Rubbish is doing such a beautiful job on this Space Marine. Open link. I'm glad that he's still painting. There we go. He says, I work on stuff. And then Batalur. Wow, those are so cool. You got a bunch of stuff to work on, don't you? Okay. All right, here's the whips. Here's the stuff in the whip gallery. Let me see if I can shrink this so you can see. Yeah, let me scoot this down here. All right, whip trip, it's time. Is that working? I don't think you're able to see that just yet. Hold on. Come on, there we go, properties. Wolf, there we go. Okay, so this is some of the stuff that Bachelor's got on the workbench that is primed and ready to, this one's not primed, but you've got that wolf primed, so I'm guessing that's going to be next. And then you've got, looks like a R Nero Beast, and it looks I'm trying to remember the name of this company. Rena Rex. Yeah, no problem. And then these little guys looks like some pirate and some leprechauns. And this is, wait, this is Rubbish. He's got these two. Looks like some kind of wraith thing from maybe AOS. Here's his Space Marine. This is the one I wanted to show you. Look at how beautiful. I cannot paint such smooth blue for the life of me. It's really nice. I bet he airbrushed a little bit of that. And then Kyle is working on this Queen of Malefica, and he's got all the parts set out for that, which I am going to be working on that as well for a TikTok challenge that we're going to be doing. So that's exciting. All right, let's see. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you more things people have been doing. Let me click these out. See if anybody has any finished stuff in the gallery that they posted today. let's see. Oh, we've got 2 Kyles now, I think. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna go to CNC. See if anybody posted anything there. Oh, Pandateca. Very, very nice. And here we go. Pandateca, that's looking really nice. Let's show this off. Whip Trip. Check that out. Can you guys see that? I want to just see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Can I zoom? No, wait. There we go. Wait. Oh, so good. Very nice. It's a Battle Angel Alita. That's a T. Yes, it looks just like her. That's so cool. Very nice. I'm excited to see you. I want to see what you do with this hand down here, because that's pretty neat. Nice. All right. It is that time. I want to thank everybody for coming to our Patreon only live stream. And I will be doing it again next month, hopefully a little bit earlier than this past month, because I was right down to the wire today. And yeah, so I will see you guys hopefully on the Discord. And let me see, let me do my outro music for you. There we go. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Thanks so much, and feel free to message me. You know, if I'm not on Discord enough, message me on Patreon or message me and